position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bruins will boot it away to start the game. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Bunch formation for these receivers. They go to the ground. Running to Green. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. 45 on his way. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to the ground with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like an engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll give it to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Rides the back on the option, the give. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UCLA.
Here comes the offense on second down. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got the back in the middle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
On fourth down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the single back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throwing right. Makes the grab.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner will be dragged down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Wide receiver going in motion. Got the quick completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Looking to get it in, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got him wide open.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Caden McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air, and this guy right now is doing just that.
Working that wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. At the 40, there he goes. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Sets up the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Gives it on the option. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, UCLA.
The Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. On the move. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. He'll take it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Kentucky was able to come away with the win, as they have in Lexington so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the back. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
UCLA.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick down here on the goal-to-go situation. They break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give on the option. Oh, what a move. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
On first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From on the gun. They'll try to impose their will. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll move the tight end. Using the quick game. Touchdown Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man quickly. Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Fakes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
UCLA, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They want to run it left here. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
At the 30. Brings up 2nd down.
Have halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds a man on the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the option. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll pull it down inside the 25. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quickly complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Off play action. Into the end zone. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Brings it down on the right side. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He might want another play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
UCLA.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Right on the money. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out fast. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
UCLA, number
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Smith wants to throw. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The inside handoff. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And this one is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Going to swing it on second down. Hauls it in. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And he's thrown another interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Second down, will they go back to the ground game? Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, UCLA.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell